This may be the most controversial video I will ever make. Today, we're going to talk about cops and robbers and how one of my viewers found himself in the middle. What's going on, everybody? My name is Zach. I hope you are doing well. Before we get into the video, if you're new here, please do consider pressing that like and subscribe button. If you are kind enough to subscribe, let me know in the comment section below. Tell me your name and the market you drive in, and I'll be sure to thank you at the end of my next ride-along video. I feel very fortunate that so many of you reach out to me through my comments, my Instagram, and my Discord with your experiences on DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Grubhub. This video is centered around an experience that one of my subscribers, Al, had on DoorDash. There may be very conflicting opinions on Al's actions, so I ask that you keep the debate respectful. I did a video recently on customer fraud, and after seeing this video, Al reached out to me with his experience on DoorDash. He begins. Good morning, Zach. I hope this finds you well and in great spirits. I'm hoping that if I can get some content providers to use their voice, that we can get a trend to slow or stop altogether. That trend is customers reporting that they never got their food, when in fact they actually did. Well, Al, you got it, my friend. Al goes on to say that he's done over 2,500 deliveries on DoorDash alone, and this is the first time he's ran into this experience personally. While this isn't a common problem, it is something that can get you deactivated if you're not equipping yourself to handle it. So I'd say it's a big problem. Here's what happened to Al. Al accepted a DoorDash offer, picking up at a burger joint, dropping off 2 miles away for $6.50 to a gas station. This was a hand-it-to-me order. Al has a camera in his car that recorded him at the correct delivery location. He also took a picture of the address above the door of the gas station. Smart man. He couldn't have possibly known at that moment that those two actions could have potentially saved him his job. Once inside of the gas station, Al confirmed that he was handing the order to the correct person, and thank yous were exchanged. After that, Al left the gas station and continued to do deliveries. Al did everything right. He confirmed he was delivering to the right person, and he had pictures of the address to prove he was in the right spot. I want to read word for word what happened next. After about 10 minutes, I received a contract violation for non-delivery of food. Now, I had only done 4 deliveries up to this point, and 3 of them were leave it at the door. DoorDash has photos of those, so I immediately called DoorDash support to find out why the violation. DoorDash support confirmed for Al that the violation came from the place he had just finished delivering to. Now consider this. Nothing delayed this order. It was ready when Al showed up, and it was only going 2 miles. I question if the estimated delivery time had even passed when the customer reported that they didn't get the order. But yet, he already has a customer claiming the order didn't show up? Understandably, he was upset, as we all would be. However, you're not seeing this video because somebody tried to commit fraud and Al was pissed off. You're seeing this video because Al did something about it. Al called driver support, and this is what he said to them. I know that it's against DoorDash terms to confront a customer. However, it isn't against the terms to have the police involved. Driver support confirmed that Al was in fact correct. At that point, he told them he would be calling his local police department. Now, if you ever decide to do what Al did, calling the police on these scammy bastards, I would highly encourage you to also do what Al did and contact support first, as all of their conversations are recorded. It's kind of a cover your own ass thing. Also, should you decide to call the police, make sure to use non-emergency phone numbers. Al got an email address where he could send DoorDash proof of delivery. His next phone call was to the local police department. He then went back to his last delivery location to talk to the police. Al explained to the police that this customer was trying to commit fraud, and that sort of behavior could result in the termination of his DoorDash contract. All because the customer wanted a free meal. This is a good time to pause and update you what happened with support. Because Al had a camera recording in his car showing him at the correct location, as well as a picture of the address above the door, support did remove the violation. Let's continue. Al was asked how the police could help, as he technically wasn't out any money. They had a quick conversation about DoorDash's policies and how easy it is for customers to pull stunts like this. So Al asked that the individual be spoken to. He wanted to send the scam artist a message loud and clear that behavior wouldn't be tolerated. They were not going to get away with fraud, theft, and defamation of character. Not with Al's name attached to it. I love it. It's like some scared straight shit. At this point, Al left and continued working. After about 10 minutes, his phone rang, and it was the police informing him that they had spoken with the customer. The customer gave a bullshit, nonsensical excuse for the claim. Get this. The customer claimed that they wanted the order delivered to their house rather than work, even though they were at work. Personally, I don't see how that constitutes not getting the fucking order, but okay. I guess Al's psychic abilities were down for upgrades that day. Now here's the best part of this for me. The scammer was made to call DoorDash back and admit that he did in fact get the order he just claimed he hadn't received. The one thing I'm unclear on is if they charged his ass again. I sure hope they did. I want to remind you guys, it wasn't a customer that did this. This was a scam artist. A customer pays for a product or a service. A scammer doesn't. These fucking people cost DoorDash money in refunds and could potentially cost us our accounts. Can you imagine what would happen if word got out that drivers are calling the police on people who pull shit like this? That trend would be a thing of the past. Unfortunately, when a customer makes a claim like this, the driver is guilty until they can prove they're innocent. No questions, no benefit of the doubt, even for veteran drivers, just a big, red, glaring fucking contract violation. At absolute best, these are cheapskate teenagers. At worst, these are grown-ass adults who fucking know better. Now I want to turn it back to Al for just a moment before I continue shitting on these people who pull this kind of garbage. Al followed up with support once more and he was told that a report had been filed. Al made a very valid point at the end of his message that I am going to pose to you as a question. Do you think that that person will ever pull that shit again? Not only did they get instant karma, they got it at work. Al, you're a fucking savage. I love it. Just in case I have not made my opinion crystal clear throughout this video, do I agree with Al's actions? Absolutely. Al started his message to me talking about a trend that he would like to see slow or stop. He is absolutely right. It is a trend. These people don't just know the steps that they have to take to get a full refund. They see step-by-step instructions on TikTok, YouTube, or learn from their low-life friends. Personally, I would rather not have to deal with the police. Having said that, if it's between that or a customer putting my account in jeopardy, ring-a-ding-ding, bitches. I am really not a fan of having my livelihood put at stake by some lowlife with no fucking morals. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of what Al did? Would you ever get the police involved? Personally, I applaud him. His actions could have potentially saved another driver's account down the road. After all, not all drivers take the steps to protect themselves like Al did. If you want to hear about a similar experience that I had on Uber Eats and how I dealt with it, this is the video for you to check out. Al, I'd like to thank you so much for sharing your experience with me and for allowing me to bring awareness to it. Well, that about wraps up the video. If you haven't done so yet, please do press that like and subscribe button. If you are kind enough to subscribe, let me know in the comment section below. Tell me your name and the market you drive in, and I'll be sure to thank you at the end of my next ride along video. My name is Zach. Take care.